Santa's Lodge is officially closed for the season, and Nicole Franzel came out on top in this year's Big Brother Reindeer Games. She joins me now via Zoom. Nicole, congrats on being the first ever Reindeer Games winner. How are you?
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me. I'm doing really well. It was an awesome night.
Yes, it was very fun to watch also, a very fun holiday special that they put together. So Nicole, you've been on TV numerous times at this point, but this time around from the viewer perspective, it seemed you were a little lighter, stronger, and even more competitive. What would you credit that to?
Oh shoot, really? I would say being a mom. I think that really changed me a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see that you speak so highly of your son, Arrow, throughout Reindeer Games, which was nice to see. So, Nicole, fans last saw you on Big Brother 22 or All Stars, and will remember you getting evicted at Final 3 by Cody. So, what's it like not only coming back into the world of Big Brother, but also having to once again play with Cody?
You know what's crazy is he's never played he's never played the game without me. For him. And I've never got to play without a Calafiore brother. So honestly, I'm glad we like hashed it out, and it was good to see him. It had been 3 years, and I think like it was very necessary for us to both like continue on with our lives, to like at least acknowledge what happened,
Hmm.
because we both kind of just were like we're gonna ignore it. And I wasn't upset. Yes, of course, in the moment I was upset he didn't choose me. I felt very betrayed. But like as a game player, I can respect it.
Hmm.
It was more so the fact that he was like just saying like, oh, I was closer to Enzo, instead of just being like, okay, I think Nicole could have gotten a couple votes. Do you know what I mean? Like I just
Hmm.
wanted him to like say that because that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Um, and he never did. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, and I appreciate hearing that from you. So we see in the first episode that you resolved some underlying issues with Britney. So what was the issue that you two all had, and then what was it like being able to resolve that and align with her, working with her throughout your time in the lodge?
Okay, so you know when you're like on a show, and I went on All Stars and I didn't tell her I was on All Stars, and you kind of get your feelings hurt because like obviously I lied to her, but I was afraid because she's friends with people that I thought might want to ruin the opportunity for me.
Mm,
So I just like had to keep it quiet. I can keep really good secrets. I'm very loyal friends, so trust me, like I kept the secret that I won from my husband and my dad. Like,
hmm.
and anyways, so I can keep a good secret. And I think it was just she was upset. She said she doesn't care about that, but she was just like upset a little bit, and so it got her to like divulge information on my personal life that then ended up later on the internet that only she knew. And so like I was just really hurt afterwards because I was expecting her to support me, and it did cause other feelings with other Big Brother players, me not telling them I was going on the show. They
Hmm.
felt played and betrayed. Um and I understand that, but I just like don't like to let other players know if I'm going to be on,
Yeah.
because like let's play in the house,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah. That
that's
makes
all
a
it
lot of
was.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you two obviously came back together. You were great friends. You played the game together, which was really nice to see. So, Nicole, in this edition of Big Brother, there was no live feed, so there was kind of a lot that we may have missed out on. Is there anything that we didn't get to see on the show that you particularly enjoyed or really loved?
Um, it was stressful. Okay, just walking in there I kind of wish we would have just stayed in the house, because like coming in and like preparing every day, I'd rather just wake up in it. For some reason, like you'd have to like get in this mindset of stopping and starting. But I think like the house was so beautiful, and you can tell how beautiful it was, and the company was amazing. It's the best company I've ever had on a show. Like the cast was great. Everybody with CBS was just, we felt like family. It was as holly jolly as it could be, as you're trying to like be cutthroat and all that. And I think it's really smart that they did the aspect of like forcing us to go after one another, because it
Mm.
would have been really hard. We were all like friends,
Yeah, and there was so much
So
respect that you all had for each other's, gameplays and reputations within the world of Big Brother. So one quick follow-up on that. I was curious, it was interesting that you guys did not stay in the house. So how did that work? Did you guys go to a hotel every night or some kind of off-site location, or how did that work?
yeah, we went to a hotel every night. So I mean, we got a little sleep, but 5 hours, some nights, like I don't know. But yeah, it was harder to, because then you'd have to the travel time to go home, and then when you're like separated, after the show, like you're kind of alone, but you're like in a room. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's like I'd rather be like hanging out in the living room
with
with
everyone.
company.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what? I totally understand why they did what they did. Because you know how much more film they'd have to go through
Hmm.
and turn around that show? Like,
Hmm.
honestly, I think it did as well as it possibly could have. For my sleep only, I actually maybe I even would have slept less because people could be gaming in the night. So I'm happy. I'm really happy with how it was because I could go to my hotel room and I could comfortably sleep knowing that there's no gaming going
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Okay. Hey, I love hearing that. So you and Taylor, both from Michigan and both Big Brother female winners. So walk me through beating out the boys and getting to go head to head with her in that final of Reindeer Games.
So when the brackets were made up, we were kind of just like, oh my gosh, like obviously if anyone were to, you know, make like their fantasy bracket, whatever it's called, like they'd probably have Xavier here and Frankie here, right?
Hmm.
And then maybe Frankie in the middle or who knows. That would probably be the most common one. It's just going by statistics of challenge wins and everything. Um, and so when I saw the bracket, I was like, how cool would it be to see like Nicole and Taylor. So when I go against Xavier, I kind of feel like I have nothing to lose at this point. Like he has won how many Santa showdowns? He is smart. He is strong. Like he's got it all going on. Like the perfect competitor in a package. And so I also get a disadvantage. So I'm like, man, I'm doomed. So I think that relieves some stress off me that I would normally put more pressure on myself.
Hmm.
So I think that really helped me. And then Taylor just kept her cool against Frankie, like she always does. And it was neck and neck, literally neck and neck. If he would have hit down the right one, then he would have gotten it.
Hmm.
Like I didn't know what was gonna happen, but when she won, I was like, oh, this is like so amazing! Like two girls in the finals, like, and yet from Michigan and both winners. So I was just so happy one of us was going to, you know, take home the prize. And
Yeah.
definitely thought I definitely underestimated myself the whole time. Like I thought she would definitely beat me. And so as she was ahead of me in the first part, ahead of me in the second part, and you know, I kind of expected it and prepared for it. And I was
Mhm.
just like, man, I really hope I at least get these antlers out. Like I'll be embarrassed if I don't. So they were really heavy and that was really hard for me. And I'm sure it was super hard for her too. And I was just proud I got that out. And then
Mhm.
once I saw, wow, this is anybody's game,
Mhm.
I was just kind of like, all right, let's see if we can do it.
Yeah, let's just do the thing. Well, you touched on competitions a little bit, something I'm curious on. So competitions and the way that they were designed was kind of a big hot topic during the airing of Big Brother season 25. So do you feel like the competitions, seemingly more equitable in Reindeer Games, was beneficial to you and the other players?
Oh, for sure. Like I haven't been on a treadmill in 3 years, and I won.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying I'm like so out of shape, but it's like it's not like these. You don't need like strong muscles. Like even in All Stars, Cody won like everything. It was
Mhm.
so hard to beat him just because of his physical build.
Mhm.
Um, but it was I could do a lot of things with my mind. I was able to, if it was physical, I was able to figure out how to make it less physical for
Mhm.
myself. Like I loved the challenges because besides the first one with the mail and the balance beams, like I was like, there's no shot I'm gonna do this. But besides that one, I always felt like I had a chance.
That's a really good insight, Nicole, and I appreciate hearing that because they were so fun to watch, and I think it had to do with the fact that it was just a lot more even, a lot more fair, really in all the competition. So from the viewer, it made it just a way better show. You teased this earlier, but I saw that on social media you did lie to your family and told them that you got in second on the Reindeer Games. So why'd you choose to do that, and also how exciting was it when they realized you had actually won?
I did it for that moment, the moment of surprise and just I felt like it's not that cool to just like tell them,
Yeah.
right? Like it's not that cool. It's like I want you to find out like with everyone else. And I also they told us not to tell anyone. I did tell my mom, but I also was like, "Hey, my dad gets so excited. He's going to tell everyone in our town." And like not that they have social media really or anything, but I'm like I want it to be like a genuine surprise for everyone and my dad started crying and Victor started
Oh.
crying and it was just like such a beautiful moment and they were already so proud of me for getting second. So and I was so behind. I was like this is going to be so believable when they're
Yeah.
watching. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
They
love
weren't
that.
even like really paying Yeah, they weren't even paying that much attention at the end. I'm like, watch.
Watch, you don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe I didn't get second. That's really fun. I think that's a good way to tee it up with your family. Now, my final question. You are now technically the only person to win Big Brother twice. So how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel amazing and confident in all of my future or all of my past like games and experiences because like you know that you when you're thrown into a situation you have to do what you have to do to survive. Every situation is different, every environment's different, and being able to like mold and do that, I'm so
Hmm.
proud of myself because people are
Hmm.
so quick to kind of like negatively talk about my past games or strategies, and it's like you do what you have to do in the moment, and I think I have proven that. I've won by people voting, and I've won by competitions and not having any like competitions in social game.
Hmm.
So I feel like I don't know, I'm proud of myself, and I feel like this is a good retirement. So
Yes.
like just good note to end on and all that.
Yeah, you should definitely be proud of yourself. And this is all just the more proof that you are a true Big Brother legend. Nicole, first ever winner of Big Brother Reindeer Games. Congratulations and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too.